In this exercise, we will import a 2D lip of curb polyline from CAD and create heights from a provided layout drawing. From this, we can then parallel the string to create a 1/2 meter behind back of curb set out string. Firstly, we're going to create a new project using the 12D Model 9 icon. We select New. We're going to type in the project name Culdesac Setout. The folder will be 9.00 Training Survey Setout. Click OK. Just click back on the end of the folder name and press enter. And we're going to again use our configuration file, Getting Started Survey. We can now click Create. Here we'll select Finish on the Project Details panel, maximize Plan View 1 and move the Recalc panel down to the bottom left. Firstly, we're going to read in the polyline file. It's a DWG file. We select File IO, Data Input, DWG DXF. We click the File folder icon, click Browse, and go upper level, and double click on culdesac.dwg. We're going to put in a prefix, DWG space, and we're going to set 0 for the null level value and click Read. We can then select Finish and you can see the lip of curb string on the screen. Prior to being able to parallel the string, it's very important to check that there are no duplicate vertices on the string. This is quite common in strings that have been brought in from CAD. Firstly, we're going to tick on the toggle button and we're going to tick on vertex indices. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4. But you'll see at 2 there's actually duplicates there, so it's 2 and 3, and on this one it's actually 4, 5 and 6. That would make it very hard to parallel. So what we're going to do is filter out these duplicate vertices. To do this, we select Utilities, A to G, Filter, and we're going to do a Vertex Filter. Here we can pick on the string icon and pick and accept on the string. We're going to give it a tolerance of 1 mm, 0.001 in X, Y and Z. We set the target to the left icon and we click Filter. Here you'll see now there are no duplicate vertex indices as you go around the string. In the Getting Started for Survey manual at chapter 11.4.3, you'll see we have a layout drawing which is shown here. We need to divide the string firstly into a number of parts so that we can add the heights from the layout drawing. The first segment will have 4 parts, the second will have 8, and the third will have 4. To segment the string, we click Strings, Strings Edit, Segment String. We click Pick and accept on the first segment, and we can type in the number of parts as 4 and click Process. We can then pick on the next segment and we're going to type in 8 and click Process and pick on the last segment, and again we'll type in 4 and click Process. We now have the required number of vertices that match the number of points in the layout drawing. The next step is to add the heights of the points, again based on the layout drawing. We will firstly toggle on our Z values, and the easiest option for putting on heights is to use the option under the CAD Vertex toolbar and use the one that says Point Height. So here we just pick and accept on the points in order, and we're going to type in the heights. So the first one will be 34.047. We pick the next one, 34.061, and so on. The lip will now be paralleled to create set out points. The heights will be raised 0.11 to be relative to the curb line, and the offset will be 0.5 behind the back of curb, so we need to put an offset of 1.1 from the lit line that we have here. We're going to firstly create a new name and then model. So we're just going to type in KB offset 500 for both the name and the model. You can copy and paste between the two. We will select the color, red, and we'll leave everything else as it is. We're now going to use the string parallel option. String parallel, we're going to pick with direction from left to right and accept. The offset will be minus 1.1, enter, and the height difference will be 0.11, enter. And now we've created the half a meter behind back a curve string. We can now create point numbers for this new string. We can just firstly turn off the old string, and we're going to use survey, set out points using superstrings. We go to the options tab and we're going to change the color to red. We're going to tick draw link from set out to label, tick use highest point ID, and the text style, we'll just set it to coordinate 1 to 200. The model for set out, we'll just type in set out KB back. We then press enter. We now go to create points. We can now just reset the start point number to 1. We're going to select string to label, and we're just going to pick with direction going from left to right and accept, and click label.